What is going on? Welcome back to Endeavor. Today we're going to look at the overhook. We're going to go through a little series, the series that I hit commonly when I'm grappling. We also use this in our knife control concepts when we're talking about front headlocks and overhook control to mitigate and actually control both arms and then put the person into a down position. Now, I like playing overhook a lot. People generally hunt for underhooks, and so I, being the lazy person that I am, just decided I'll get really good at overhooks, and everybody can work for their underhooks all they want. And so one of the things I like to think about doing when I have my overhook is this hand is biting down, and I really try to think about reaching across to the far side of my rib cage, right? Now, if I'm in a general overhook, there's a lot of different ways I can approach it. I can have far side wrist or bicep control with my head in. I can be grabbing onto his head and pulling here, right? We can work to front headlocks, which we're gonna work with. The first stop that we're gonna get into is this figure four grip. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my hand, as I reach it across my ribs, I'm gonna put it on my bicep, and my hand's gonna get to the back of his neck. And now when I get here, I'm gonna push forward and down. And the reason that I'm chopping forward and down as I get into that position is because the way that I drive it is gonna get a little bit of rotation on his spine, which is a good thing, right? If his neck's twisted, it puts him into an awkward spot, allows me to lever things better. So I'm in here, I'm gonna bring my hand to my bicep, and I'm gonna set my hand, and then what I'm doing is pushing down and across. Right? And so as my arm straightens out, it elevates the arm that's on the overhook. That's a good thing, puts more pressure on his shoulder. And as I go to push forward and down, it puts his head down, gets him into an awkward position. So I grab here, I go to lever, and I'm bringing my hips in to fill this space. This is a super uncomfortable spot. Most of the time, if I have a lot of pressure on his shoulder, he's gonna wanna snake this arm back around to the front. I can catch it and do a 2-on-1 if I want. That's a whole nother video for another day. So I'm gonna fill this spot to make it harder for him to be able to do that. My hips are still pointed towards him. Now, I want to gain control of his far side arm. The reason we like to do that in the knife control concepts thing is if he hasn't drawn a weapon just yet, whether I'm trying to retain one or maybe he has one, I want to control both arms if possible so that I keep and mitigate his ability to do that. So I'm controlling his primary arm, yes, but I would like to control his far side. So we're going to do a front headlock. So I'm going to continue to apply pressure and leverage. I'm going to turn the corner and I'm going to feed up under. So I have an underhook on the far side, overhook here. My hips are in, I'm still controlling. Okay, so again, overhook, good and tight. I'll be starting here, grab my own bicep, feed it in, push through the head, hips go in, good leverage. Now I'm gonna punch through, get a hold of the far side underhook, and now I'm gonna snap him and put him on his face. I have control of both of his arms because it's gonna be tough for him to really control and base out. So I elevate this, pull in, my body is down, weight on top of him, and then whatever I need to do, I can do. If I want to come up and hit, I can hit. If I want to enter for grappling, I can enter for grappling, right? So if we do this from a slightly different angle, so you can see what's going on, okay? I have good solid underhook. Notice my hips are pointed, or overhook rather. My hips are pointed at him. I'm gonna get a hold of his head. Watch, I'm hips in. I'm gonna punch and turn, right, to get over. And now I've got a good solid control of this arm. I've got better control of this shoulder. I'm gonna circle and snap. Put him down on the ground, hit if I need to hit, control if I need to control. So really fun series, works really well for controlling arms, weapon retention, basic grappling, wrestling, self-defense, rub their face in the dirt, all that kind of fun stuff. So have fun with that one, play around with it a little bit. Be careful, you snap them down, make sure that they get under control. Don't blast their face in the ground. Otherwise, see you guys next time.